Hello everyone. Um, I thought I'd make a quick video on a hot day. Definitely not going outside. My house is pretty darn hot too. um, but I just thought I'd give you an update on the last couple days. I found out my iron was still low in some areas and felt a very big gut reaction to go ahead and do another infusion. And I've had a lot of people in my life when I shared that um, that have said, hey, you know, you had such a bad reaction last time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, my feeling is really that was the alpha gal, not the iron necessarily. Some of it might have been low iron and it coming up, which is normal and expected, but lots of people with AGS have iron transfusions. It's not out of the realm of normal, and most people don't have reactions like I was having, but they do have that to alpha gal when they're eating foods or around foods that they shouldn't have. I also had my acupuncture done, and my husband thought it was in a different place than I did, and he thought it came out, and um, and then I thought it had come out, so my ear was itching, and then I pulled it out. So that was a bit disappointing, but that evening I was not fume reactive at all. And that was day one, and I went back today and had it put back in, and they were just super awesome and great. So I'm really hopeful, and actually the placement felt better today than the other day, and even the acupuncturist felt like it went in a bit better. So I had about 2 hours the other night, and I think I made my last video after that, and I really got to a place very quickly of calm and center, and just everything is happening for a reason. And today I was looking forward to going up to Indy next week. I was supposed to have a hypnosis past life regression session and do a women's meetup and things like that, and just enjoy spending time with my parents. And originally the trip was going to be everybody, and then that wasn't working out. And today the person that was supposed to do the hypnosis session canceled. And that was a bit of a bummer, but honestly, this is going to sound so weird. I was just like, okay. I mean, like, they articulated perfectly fine and well what was going on with them and why they couldn't do it. And I was just like, uh, it's this new level of surrender where it's just okay. It, it's okay. It's going to work how it needs to. And I kind of was worried that my iron infusion was going to affect that trip anyway, and I would have to cancel. So not 10 minutes later, I get a call from the hospital midwife saying that I'm approved for the iron infusion, which they were kind of fighting me on it because they were like, oh, we can wait till after baby comes, and when baby comes, if you need it and it's really necessary then. Right now, like, it's highly likely I need it, and I'm trying to be more proactive because I'd rather deal with it now versus when I have a little baby and stuff like that. I'd rather feel like crap if I'm going to feel like crap right now too versus with the newborn. So I kind of had to fight them on that, and just a little bit, but I was kind of just like, boom, this is happening. They just don't know what's happening. And they called me today to say, okay, it's happening. We'll let you have one. And I'm like, okay, that's whatever. One's better than none. And so now I know that's going to happen. And it was just this ease of when that gets scheduled, and I had to let my parents know, who we were looking forward to having adult time where it was just me with my parents and stuff. but they know, I need this infusion and stuff too. So they were just like, however it turns out, that's awesome, and we'll roll with it. And I really like and appreciate that. Um, so I just feel like I'm getting more and more in sync. And if we do that ocean analogy, when the waves come, I don't even know there's waves sometimes. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. And then it goes by. And even with the kids and everything, it's really hot. You know, um, Normally tempers might flare, and we're not having as much of that. There might be quick moments, and it's like back to center. And so, um, I'm really feeling like it's up to me to make my day, make my vibration, and I'm not letting myself get pulled out of this vibration. I'm worth it to me, and I value myself to not get pulled out. And there's even been things with friends or family that have come up, and I'm just like, I'm learning how to not get pulled out of where I'm at to come to where they're at. And that's been something I've struggled with, empathy and doing that for a long time. I get sucked into somebody else's stuff, and then it lowers my vibration where I want to be. And I'm not letting myself do that anymore, or at least not as often or not as severely as before. And it's just all this a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more every day. And I'm really enjoying it. And I know, however next week ends up, like, there's a reason for that. And even today, having to drive all the way down, the acupuncture office is over an hour away. It's in the big city and stuff like that, and not, a little rougher neighborhood and everything. But I had such a good time even going back to do it again that it wasn't a big deal. So anyway, if you have been struggling and you're finding yourself more in flow and on that riding those waves and not fighting them, I'm definitely right there with you. And if you're struggling a bit, I think the biggest thing is just to keep taking those moments of pause and I'm going to decide where I want to be. I'm going to decide where I want to be right now in this moment. And I can do breathing, I can do quick meditation. My time in the morning right now, when I am collecting my thoughts and doing my envisioning, is so important to me. And it keeps me so centered and grounded for almost the entire day, and I love that. And if I don't have that, I feel just a tiny bit off. So I thought I'd share with you guys in an update kind of what's happening, and hopefully next time I see you, I will not be sweating buckets. Talk to you soon.